Hello and welcome to my Hobonichi 2021 unboxing. Even though it's a very mini haul, it's my first time, so I just wanted to share the experience. If you are new here, my name is Linda, and you can find out more about me and my art on my website, tortagialla.com. I will link below. I love stationery and designing printable artwork, so you can find loads of free downloads on my blog. So let's get right into it. I ordered from the official Hobonichi website for the first time, and it took about 10 days from the exact day that I ordered to actually receive the box in hand here in Tuscany, Italy. As you can see, I also got charged a hefty customs fee, so it's really not more affordable to order from the official website. It's just that you get the freebies, and of course you get to choose from the entire catalog of new products. Since not all shops will carry the entire line of new products, and I'm also limited to the online shops that actually carry Hobonichi and ship to Italy. So here is the super bright box packaging for this year. I really love the bright yellow box, and it arrived without any damage at all. And if you have fallen down the hole of watching Hobonichi unboxings, you probably have seen this many times, but I still like watching people open up their new goodies. So when you open up the box, there is writing in Japanese, and it's also translated in English. But I recently found out that you can install the Google Translate app on your phone and use your camera to instantly translate the words. I wanted to try it out on the Japanese, and that's what you see me doing. I don't know if you can see my phone screen well, but it did translate it similarly. Google Translate isn't perfect, but it's amazing to see the translation technology working right before your eyes. And sometimes the translation is actually sort of funny. If it's like a mistake or sort of badly translated, it's just fun to experiment with. So maybe everyone already knows about this, but it was new to me. And now I'm translating everything because I just want to see for kicks what it says. So the already translated English on the box says, "You write, you draw. As you move your hand, the lines start running. With the running lines, our mind sprint. Handwriting means letting your mind take off." I don't even know if that's like a perfect translation in English, but basically everything is based on the theme of handwriting for this 20th year edition. That's how long Hobonichi has been around making planners and journals. So let me take the items out, and yes, I will be keeping the box and using it for storage because it's such a happy yellow color, and so I have to find a use for it. You can see that I was very controlled and purchased exactly what I thought I would use and didn't really splurge. If you don't already know, Hobonichi is a brand of planners with Tomoe River paper. It's super thin paper, but because of that, you can have daily pages for an entire year in one little compact book. There are variations in layouts, but that is the general idea. And anyone who uses a fountain pen loves the paper because it doesn't bleed to the other side, even if there's like ghosting or see-throughness. And the pens you see here are the freebies you get if you order a planner. You get a pen that is branded for the year with multiple color inks, and this year it goes with the theme of handwrite. And there's a black brush pen as well, and it comes with little strips of paper. And when I looked at it afterwards, I was wondering if there is a right side to these little tiny strips of paper that's included with the yellow Fude pen, because one side of the papers are super smooth and the other has like a textured porous kind of feel. So let me know in the comments if you actually know more about that paper and which side you're supposed to use. So when I saw the Sesame Street collaboration, I had to get something. You see me opening up the pencil board with all of the characters. It's super cute. I grew up with Sesame Street, so it definitely brings back good memories. And for my first journal, I purchased an A6 blank notebook. It's basically a blank dotted graph grid page, and the dot grid switches colors. So there's a section that's light red, a section that's light blue, a section that's gray, and a section that looks sort of purplish to me. Another feature of Hobonichi notebooks is that they are bound in such a way that they open up and completely lie flat. So it makes it really easy to write in whether you are left or right-handed. So for this notebook, I got the Summer Lemon cover, and this is going to be my drawing and not very neat journal writing everything kind of notebook. These solid covers, they're sort of like texture feeling, and if you look close, there is a grain to it, but I also bought the plastic cover on cover, which is basically transparent plastic to protect your cover. I know it seems sort of redundant, but I like the idea because I wanted solid colors so that I could add stickers and decoration on the outside, but still have everything be protected by the plastic cover on cover. And if you didn't know, I learned that the cover on covers that have designs on them don't include the opening for the back pocket. So that's another reason why I opted for all the plain versions of everything. You can see that the notebook fits in the cover, but it's obviously thinner than a regular planner, so there's a lot of room to grow. The Hobonichi covers have this distinctive feature of 2 pen loops that acts as a closure and when you stick your pen through. So that's really cool. I feel like the cover sort of needs to be worked in though and like loved because it's almost too new and like too pristine at this point. So I can't wait to like use it and sort of bulk it up with tip-ins and stickers and all kinds of collage. There are loads of pockets and slots inside the cover, so you can definitely decorate and add lots of supplies as well. And here is a pencil board. It's basically a rigid piece of plastic that you can put behind a page while you write so you don't indent the rest of the pages of your journal, especially if you have a heavy hand when you write. But it's also just really cute. A lot of people collect these pencil boards. So that is my first journal that I can actually start using right now. I also got a second pencil board that is Doraemon themed. It's just super cute and I really love the back side of it actually. It's hot pink or like a bright fuchsia color, just really, really pretty and cute. And I had to have it. So that is basically for the other Hobonichi that I got myself, which is a dated 2021 Hobonichi English planner. So most of the Hobonichi items are in Japanese since that is where it's made and that's the audience that they cater to mostly. But there is this one planner that is made for the international crowd with English translations and some minor differences to the design and layout to make it more useful for like non-Japanese international speaking audience, even though I know a lot of people who are really into Hobonichi use the Japanese version anyway, so it's just really preference. So there's this informational sheet that comes with the planner that says, Hobonichi Techo Planner 2021. What you are holding in your hand is a techo, a Japanese daily planner. You'll find that the Japanese characters for te and cho on the cover. A techo in Japan is used for more than scheduling an agenda. It is also used as a sketchbook and a diary, and for other jottings that together tend to chronicle its owner's daily life. Each day comes on a page that you can customize to fit your creative instincts and includes a distinctive quote that has been selected from the Hobonichi Nitoi Shibon website, Hobonichi for short. This edition was planned and produced by Hobonichi Nitoi Shibun with creative direction by Arts and Science. So that is like a store brand with creative director Sonia Park. So they basically did a collab and made this English version planner. And I really love that Hobonichi does so many collaborations with artists and other like sort of design companies. So it's not only them coming up with products, but their covers. Every year they usually release really special covers that maybe is with a certain artist's artwork or with certain brands. Like this year they have Sesame Street and lots of manga series. And I just like that idea of doing all these collabs and sort of bringing together lots of different peoples. It's very, very cool to see that and definitely makes every year sort of exciting to see all the new things that come out. So the Hobonichi 2021 Dated English Language Planner I bought with the dreamy pink cover, and it's the same as the yellow cover, it's just a different color. So I'm gonna go put this into the cover and cover, the plastic, and you can see that the clear cover and cover has the back pocket. It's sort of like a Ziploc type of closure, and it has the opening in the back so that everything stays functional. Now, with every planner, you get a giant Hobonichi yearly flyer, which is sort of like a little zine or comic. And this year, it outlines basically everything about the Hobonichi and what you can use for it. And it's really just cute. And normally I'm told that it is only in Japanese, but this year it is in Japanese and also directly translated into English as well. So I can definitely read everything. And that might also be the reason why it is really giant in size, because it's double so that they are able to put the Japanese and English. And maybe that means they're going to open up to a more international audience as well, which is very exciting. On the back, it's written handwrite, which is the theme of this year, and it just has lots of examples of how people use their Hobonichi. So really fun to look through this little zine. Now, for the English planner, I have the A6 size and the year is on the binding. I'm just going to do a quick flip so you can see the general layout of this planner. There's an opening page, then the calendar year for this year, 2021, and the next year, 2022 at a glance. Then you have every month in a linear layout, so you can write important dates or track something with the columns and boxes, and you get the entire year of 2021 through to March 2022. Then the monthly spreads start with December 2020 all the way to March 2022, where they have a giant watermark for that future year so that you know that it's future planning. And by the way, I ordered the Monday start calendars because that's what I'm used to using. So that is what you see here. Now, before the daily pages start, you get a turning the page to a new year spread. That sort of works like free journaling before you start your new year, or maybe vision boarding. And then for each month, you get an opening page for the month, sort of like a dashboard or notes, then one page for every single day. It just repeats like that for every month. And so after all the months, there are some red dot grid pages for notes, important contacts, international size chart, a conversion table page, and a My 100 lists page, which is great for bucket lists or tracking something for like the entire year. And finally, there's a spread about the Japanese bread shop, and everything is translated in English, so you can definitely read and learn about Japanese breads, and there's like little illustrations, super cute. It's really great because this is something that they sort of want to share, I guess, about Japanese culture, and it changes every year. So this year it's about breads, but every year it would be about something else. And the very, very last page is just a personal info page, like who this belongs to. So that is my Hobonichi unboxing. These are the two little notebooks that I have for 2021, among many other journals, of course, but these are the two Hobonichi ones. And I'm already loving the smaller size and how approachable it is to get a daily page done. And just a few thoughts about daily page journaling, which I know is intimidating for many. I also thought it was too much and too ambitious. There's definitely this fear of not being able to keep up and just being disappointed, right? But one day I was ironing clothes and I was thinking about journaling and realizing I know it's a fear, and I always think my days are too monotonous or boring, or maybe just too like repeating of the same things, and I don't want to be documenting maybe the same exact thing all the time. There's just so many doubts about like how this journal is going to turn out and if it's worth it. But I realized at that moment that I really had to flip my thoughts around, because if we want our lives to be good and like to live our lives to the fullest as best as we can, we have to acknowledge like good days, bad days, good things, bad things, busy days, free days, and taking 5 minutes to write down a sentence, use a sticker, draw a doodle, or whatever it is you prefer to do, that's really possible to do in between all the busy moments of your life. And if nothing else, you would have taken time to acknowledge that day in your life, because it's another day that you're living. And it's important to take weight of this miraculous thing to be alive and to give it meaning, even if it seems so normal, even if it's just another day and like another day of the grind kind of thing, and it seems like it might not be worth documenting or not worth noting, but that's not true because it is worth it. When I think about not wanting to document my days, it's usually because sometimes things seem to mush together and flash by just too quickly. And it's not a good feeling. I don't like that, right? You don't want to see just the highlights. You want to sort of savor every single day as much as possible. So I really encourage you to not feel doubtful or fearful about journaling your very unique life and your very unique feelings, because it is worthy of documenting. It means that you are sort of giving weight and meaning to that day if you spend that 5 minutes to sort of acknowledge, yes, this was today and this is what it was. So that's all I have for you today. Until next time, and happy journaling.